Welcome, join us as we explore the mystical insights of the Blood Moon Oracle, revealing profound guidance for your journey ahead. Thank you for watching.
Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to Blood Moon Oracle. We're going to take a look at the energy coming out this beautiful week, right? I know there's going to be lots of celebrating, probably lots of internal processes. This is a time where we're kind of, forced to face, things that we normally would not think about as we're reuniting with family. And it's just a beautiful time of reflection. And so we're going to see what comes out for this week, how we are dealing with things, and the beauty of what's coming towards us after this week. Okay. My name is Leticia, and today is a beautiful day. So let's see what comes out for us in the cards. I'm using one Oracle deck, my Oracle Energy Sevens, and then my Vice Versa Tarot, which is just so deep and just elaborating. That's why I've chosen this deck. So let's see what we have here. I'm trying not to be loud because I know that thumping is very irritating. All right, so what is the energies this week, Spirit? Tell us what we need to know about the current energies. All right, we have a Page of Wands, the Four of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles coming out this week. Page of Wands, Four of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. And the Four of Wands is on the back side. So we'll look into that and see what that is. What is the internal processes that we're dealing with this week when we look at the heart space? The Five of Wands, the back of the Emperor, and the Three of Pentacles. Okay. Five of Wands, the Emperor, and the Three of Pentacles. And then what is coming towards us this week? I'm calling the Hangman, the Magician, back of the Magician. And then we have the Three of Cups. Okay. All right. And what we don't see is the Six of Pentacles on the back side. Yeah. There's something being revealed this week. Something, one of the things about holidays tend to cause us to enter into this very nostalgic energy. There's something very nostalgic about this energy this week. And we are being called to venture into that. Venture into that because there's going to be something that we realize this week. There's a light bulb that's going to go on this week. And I feel like for someone, it has very much to do with children. Someone is maybe in a situation dealing with children that may not be the best or the funnest. I feel like a sense of withdrawal from the current situation around the children. I have the Page of Pentacles out here and then the Page of Wands. The Page of Pentacles, well, anytime we're talking about the pages, we're talking about young energy. The Page of Pentacles is showing this person standing under the night sky in a pasture of wildflowers growing at their feet, and they're holding a golden pentacle before them. I feel like there's something about learning the value of money and other forms of possible material wealth, what it means to have physical health or physical wealth. That's being learned right now. They may not necessarily grasp the concept of it at the moment, or maybe they don't really understand how they want to invest in life at the moment. And so this is probably someone who is still at home, enjoying the creature comforts of life. They haven't really been able to get out and explore. Don't even understand the sacrifice, right, of being out on your own. Yeah. They don't understand what it would mean to have to choose between food on the table or paying the light bill, right? This is someone who has not yet experienced the outer world, but it feels like this could be someone that may be headed in that direction very soon. Very soon. That's the page of Pentacles. Now we look at the page of Wands, which is showing someone standing in, looks like a barren land. There's like a little bush in the back with no greenery on it. But he's in a red robe, which shows that there's a bit of inspiration here. But again, this is a young person. Pages are always young. He's standing in kind of like a desert setting, holding a staff without a shirt on, which shows the fiery, confidence that he holds about himself. Very sure and fearless. And so the challenge with this one is definitely someone who is young, tenacious, very vibrant, probably very attractive. The wands are attractive energy. But being that it is a page, still young in experience, this person may have everything on the outside working for them, but there's still much to be desired about the inside because it lacks experience about social growth. Maybe this is someone who looks the part, but then hasn't necessarily earned any type of experience when it comes to socializing, social graces, or maybe someone who fails to understand things outside of themselves. They have this sense of self-importance. Someone who has not learned to take the high road. I'm looking at this thorny plant at his feet. He could be someone who doesn't even realize, and it's actually growing on the top of his wand too. This could be someone who is not aware of themselves. Like he could be this thorny, prickly plant. He doesn't even realize it. This current circumstances talks about these energies. And I feel like this could definitely be kind of like the energies that is accompanying you during this time, this week. And the Four of Cups that comes in on the back side, or it's actually the front side, talks about this sense of being withdrawn or a lack of awareness around what's being offered, or maybe not even wanting what's being offered, being bored with it, right? There's something about, it's showing a young man sitting on a beach against a tree. His expression is emotionless, right? And this kind of feels like being in a slump or being bored, just like not really desiring life at the moment. Not wanting to be bothered at the moment, not even accepting opportunities that may be presented to you. It's almost like a sense of lackluster. That's the energy I'm feeling this week. Being without direction. And so this might be a time to fight this energy. I don't know what this is, but maybe there is some frustration with kids this week that just feel like it's draining the life out of you in some type of way. But don't succumb to that energy, right? There's something about having opportunities coming to you. Maybe spirit is giving you certain opportunities, but you won't see them if your attitude is not in the right place. This is the energy that we are in this week. Now, how we're interpreting it may be a little bit different. What comes out is the Five of Wands, the Emperor on the backside, and the Three of Pentacles. I feel like for whoever you are, your way of fighting this has been to go to work. It's been to take care of things, keep yourself busy, especially with the Emperor with his back turn. It's all about you focusing on your kingdom or your realm. There's something about focusing on your realm and utilizing the energy available for work. And then the Three of Pentacles comes out too. There's a lot of activity with the Five of Wands. A lot of activity, I feel like, is how you're dealing with this, staying busy. Staying busy. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, right? How else would you utilize that energy if it's not something that you're enjoying? Like say you're not wanting to be bothered. And so you go over and you something to do that is enjoyable, that helps you to embellish your surroundings. You go clean something, you go put something together that's been sitting in the corner for a while, waiting on some attention, right? It almost feels like that's how you're dealing with this internal situation that feels lackluster. It feels like it's not giving a lot of um, fulfillment, right? But what's coming towards you is going to be an opportunity with the hangman to stop and take note of what's happening here. The interesting thing is the hangman comes in on the backside. And when we look at the hangman on the backside, I'm noticing there's an audience that's looking at the hangman. There's two men, one is in green, which is almost like heart energy for me, one is in blue, which is water energy. There may be an emotional toll that's being taken here in your stance or what is to come. It may take an emotional toll. But let me see, because I want to know, as this hangman is hanging backwards, we see the backside. This is almost about looking at the ego and releasing any preconceived notions. Clearing the mind, emptying of expectations. And it compares this card with the Hierophant's card. Something about the snake in the Hierophant's card that appears here, it actually comes down to earth. Wisdom that's no longer linked to doctrine. It's more linked to contemplation. There's a mask that's broken that we're no longer hiding behind. Illusions are shattered. We're seeing things very clearly. There's something that's going to be revealed to you. You're ready to see it. Maybe you haven't wanted to see it, but masks are being broken here. You're seeing things and people as they truly are here as we move forward. This may even be you coming out of a bit of inexperience. Remember, we talked about the pages, this childlike energy. This could be you coming out of a childlike perception or a childlike way of being, entering into this more clear understanding of what you're seeing, of the world in general, right? There's some mask that's being taken off, and it could be how you're seeing others. There's some illusion that's being shattered. You're going to see something very clearly. The hangman is hanging in the nighttime, which suggests that sometimes during the night, things can be hidden very well in the dark. This could also talk about having a dark night of the soul. This could talk about an experience that you have had that allowed you to see things and people more clearly. It's referring back to that experience. Through this process, and the dark night of the soul is usually a heavy, very heavy process, but through this process, there's something about spiritual development and heading into the next stage, being ready to head into the next stage. Yeah, being willing to surrender to the unknowable, even surrender some things that you may have once at one time held as dogma. I don't know if this is religious. It absolutely could be. Someone's ready to sit that down. There's going to be an opportunity to see something greater. Okay. There's something that will be shown to you that's going to make more sense. It's going to align more. Now, when I look at the Wheel of Fortune, we see the magician standing behind the Wheel of Fortune, holding up an ink. And this is talking about a destined moment. You're about to align with destiny. You are about to cross paths with something that has been waiting for you, or something that could not be avoided, right? The Wheel of Fortune It's all about esoteric wisdom, secrets being revealed. Again, we're looking at the magician here, which is the master of mysteries and manifestation, but he's not the master of the will. He's not God. He's not the creator, but he's master of himself. There's a difference. And though he has this mastery, destiny is still destiny, and destiny will take place. So there's something that you're about to run across. And there's something about you needing to remember that you are on a journey. You're on a path, right? You're a soul on an earthly journey. And for whoever you are, you have chosen to take this path. You've chosen to ride this wheel. And you're being guided to use your will in a positive way to influence the event. So try to think positive. Even though you may not see clearly what is coming, understand that it's destined for you. And make the most of this. It's not about the destination. It's about the journey itself and the path. I feel like there's something that could be very enjoyable about this. You're going to have the opportunity for whoever you are to study like mysteries and secrets. And this is going to add that sparkle back to life, because it feels like you're very just, you wake up every day and you're like, well, life is about to give you something to wake up to. Wait for it. Just wait for it. That dark sky is about to be lit up, baby. There's something about nature and you being able to celebrate and actually enjoy life. The Three of Cups is a sense of great enjoyment with others that are close to you. Others, when we look at the Three of Cups, we're not just talking about anybody. We're talking about those that connect with our heart, those that are closest to our heart. Many times we're talking about those that we are interconnected with. They cry with us. They laugh with us. They celebrate with us. When we're up, they're cheering us on. You know, when they're up, you're cheering them on. When we're down, they're crying with us, you know, and helping us through. These are close soulmate energies, right? I feel like that you will share an experience with here. That's what it feels like. And it feels very balanced. What you don't see is the Six of Pentacles. This is a very reciprocative energy. So what you're putting out will not just be, yeah, more, give me more, and never give back. What you're putting out is going to be reciprocated. It's going to be a very balanced experience, very balanced connections that you'll have here. Okay. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm going to pull some oracle cards. What is this about, Spirit? This week that we're entering into. We're coming from this very sullen, very lackluster energy here. It's like the same old, same old. You know how you get up every morning, it's like, turn off the alarm, go get some coffee, go to work, come home, take care of the kids, fix some dinner, go back to sleep, get up the next day to do it again, right? It seems like, though it may be paying the bills, it may be, you know, that everyone's taken care of, but it's like, not that we're not thankful. I'm not saying you're not thankful, but it's like, okay, there got to be more than this, you know? Well, Spirit is saying, oh yeah, there's more. Hold on to your seats. And you've done a really good job, I think, of navigating this very mundane experience. Like the Emperor with the back turned, we're seeing the backside of the Emperor. It's like you have taken very good care of the responsibilities that you've had, and you stayed very grounded, very motivated to make sure that things get done. You've utilized the energy well, even through trials. This Five of Wands, we see the volcano exploding in the back, and yet they're still about their business, handling their business, you know, overcoming obstacles. It's like you have maintained a sense of balance, even in the worst times. You've proven that you're ready for this. You've stayed steady with work, and you've mastered and become like the top of your class in what you do, like totally committed. Spirit says, I see you. I see you. Now get ready for what's next. Okay. Get ready to dabble into the secrets of the universe. I feel like, yeah. Mm-hmm. Seeing beyond. Get ready to see what you have never seen before. Okay. Get ready to see. You're about to delve into a place of connecting with something deeper, seeing beyond and divine matrix. There is a world beyond worlds that is in operation. Spirit is saying you've always been a part of that. Now it's time for you to see that and realize that and function in that intentionally. This is going to add a spark to life for you. That's what's coming. That's what you don't see. And for some of you, it's going to be very enjoyable, very blissful. I feel like very reciprocal too. If you're someone who's always feeling like you're giving, 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 that's what I get here with this energy with the kids, or this childlike energy is very, we understand that the sacrifice, if you have kids, you understand the sacrifice of having to take care of the family for whoever you are, and always feeling like you give, 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 etc. Like, does it stop? Don't fool yourself. Just because they turn 18 doesn't mean that it stops. It doesn't, right? We're not complaining. Thankful for the ability to give, right? Because we could be the borrower or the needy one being asked or having to ask, but instead we are the giver, which is in itself a reason to be grateful and thankful. But still and yet, it's like Spirit is saying, okay, now it's time for you to have the experience of being given to. Six of Pentacles, okay? So get ready. Whatever this is going to be beyond anything that you have ever imagined with seeing beyond and divine matrix. This is you being able to see a higher level of how you are kind of interwoven with the universe's plan. This is about your destiny. This is about how everything syncs together with your destiny. The Wheel of Fortune is all about that energy. Destined. This is what you've been destined to do. You're about to have a meeting of the minds with that energy. Open up, Buttercup. It's time. All right. That's what I have. Like, share, comment. If this resonates, let me know. And I know I'd be like out in woo-woo land. It's not very out there for those that are on my level, but if it resonates, let me know. If not, that's okay. Maybe the next one will be more grounded and down to your level. As Spirit gives, I just speak. Sometimes it don't even make sense to me, but it's making sense to somebody. And this is for somebody. So like, share, comment. I am manifesting that this makes its way to whoever's meant to hear it. Enjoy your week, okay? This may be the last week in this energy because there's something coming. There's something big coming, okay? Big change. So get ready, okay? That's it. Leticia here from Blood and Oracle. Until next time, bye.